horses. We're going to switch gears. It's time for the news. All right, it's news time with the small devil myself. What is this, CJ? What have you linked? You guys good? What is this, CJ? You linked me. All I know is that I look like binging with, I'm assuming that's binging with Babish. But Australian and longest short black hair? Maybe. Maybe. CJ. DJ just sent me this, a very, very quick Photoshop meme. Nico's ready for it. Thank you, CJ. Don't forget, oh yeah, I forgot about, I'll have a look at that ratio when we get to it. The family pass will be 180 USD. Well, the thing is, I don't actually, I'm curious how many people, it's still relatively cheap. Like, I still think that's relatively cheap, and I think the expansion pass will have more stuff. I think, we'll talk about it. I won't jump into it now. Not babies, not binging babies. You don't want to binge your babies. Paint, I don't have Photoshop. Oh, CJ. He's living the hard life. Samus is 6'3", chat. She's a very tall girl. There's a reason why she has that suit. It's $37.50 for the DLC, apparently. Oh, okay. That's still pretty expensive, Taxi. I personally think that amount of content probably is 25 to 30 at most. But I feel like they've kind of earned that money because of how good Animal Crossing New Horizons is. I think that game is worth spending that little bit extra because of the fact of just how much they've put into that game. I can easily look her in the eyes. CJ's dream girl. CJ took control of the stream in my dream. CJ's always got that hanging over my head. Always hanging over my head. All right, news time. We'll jump into the news. So let's go for some general shit now. All right, Bloodborne's producer Masaki Yamagawa has joined Team Ninja. Team Ninja is the team currently working on the Final Fantasy Origins game, which is fucking killer. I love Neo. I think Team Ninja does some really good work. I think they've really come into a new chapter of recent, and hell yeah, having the Bloodborne producer on board, probably expecting a lot of like big projects to start with them, and feel like Square Enix money behind them might just be fucking crazy. So I'm excited. I like Team Ninja, so this is just cool to see. Like Fortnite Ninja, you get out of my chat, Selmas. Evil Geniuses 2, World Domination for PlayStation 5, is going to be launching November 30th. If you don't know, I have a very big soft spot for this series. I haven't played a game like this in a while, so I'm actually looking forward to this. Don't know if we'll stream it. I think it's just a fun game. If you guys have not watched the trailer for Evil Genius 2, go check it out. These games are just very, very dumb fun. All right, Monster Hunter. This one was a bit of a controversial piece. A lot of people got very upset by this. I was not surprised, little disappointed, but Rise has been a very strange development cycle. Monster Hunter Rise will not have cross-save or cross-play. So what's interesting about this is they will be releasing all the DLC to catch up the PC at the same time as Rise on Switch. So they will have the release at the same time for Sunbreak for both at the same time, as far as we know. Which we thought meant that they were leaning into that. However, it did state at the bottom of the trailer that they would not be having crossplay, and people didn't notice it. And then there was they had to actually go and say that not going to go do it, even though that it was in a survey they had particularly related to Monster Hunter Rise. Very, very upset community, but I'm not really surprised. Unfortunately, it's one of those things that Rise had a really, really rough development cycle. It went through some mad development hell. So I do wonder whether or not it's because they didn't have confidence that they could get that content done during COVID, like getting that programming system in place, whether or not there is restrictions around like crossplay just in general for like Nintendo and PC, but that happens. Yeah, it's one of those things where I would generally suggest picking up games like Monster Hunter on the console that is the platform that is where most of the players would be, because things like this can happen. You have no guarantee. You have no guarantee when developers like do stuff that if you think they're going to do something, that may not necessarily be true. What's this? No, you can't eat Isabel? What is this? Oh! I laughed when I saw that scene actually as well. That one was very cute. That little moment in the trailer with Isabel with a little choco pop. But yeah, I can't play with Porgasm like we hope. Yeah, bottom more like bosom. What? Play Fortnite again. You guys in Fortnite, I can't understand it. Yeah, so this is disappointing news. But it does make me think that they would have recognized. It's kind of strange. So in Iceborne, we were assuming that's what they were planning to do. They were going to have crossplay for the PlayStation and Xbox and PC. That didn't happen. So we expected it to be in Rise because it was just one-to-one platform, but that didn't happen either. There's something that the Monster Hunter team has not figured out with crossplay, which they're still trying to figure out. And I think they will probably need assistance. Maybe they will need to get some contractors in or something. But apparently their programming systems or something is just not working. And essentially, I hope that means that they figure it out before the next Monster Hunter. Whatever Monster Hunter World 2 is, I really sincerely hope they figure this shit out, because yeah. A lot of not happy people. A lot of not happy people. If I won't play it, I'll give 2 more. I'll give 2 subs. Don't give 2 subs. But I'm not playing Fortnite again. You'd have to use that 100k points, Selmas, for us to do that one. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl hands-on preview. So if you guys didn't see this, we had more footage of Shining Pearl and Diamond from various different places. Each of these have a little bit different each. I probably won't play them all. I mean, I can play Arix here. If you guys are not watching Arix video and you're in my community, I don't know how. This man is very, very influential in the Monster Hunter community. But I won't put on his volume because I don't want to steal his video. But if you haven't seen, it shows off more of the game, and I think that I don't like the art style. I think that I don't like some of the sort of shortcuts that have happened. I don't like this generation of Pokemon. There's just a lot in here that I don't like from this particular remake. But I think that a lot of people will still purchase this. I don't think it looks like trash fire that a lot of people seem to think it is. I think it's nowhere near as bad as I see some people making it out to be. But I kind of appreciate people being upset, especially when you play games like Yokai Watch, where the amount of polish was pretty absurd. Oh my gosh. Kid.
Red Rover just subscribed.
Why'd you do that? Thank you. Thank you for gifting to Red Rover. But you made it to that 125 number. I feel like you found the shiny number. You should hold on to that number. That's a good number. I like 125. But yeah, there's lots of footage out there, so if you give a shit about this game, if you want to see more before release, I mean, it's more Pokemon. But I think definitely the most interesting part of this new game is this overworldy sort of area. I think this stuff...
Our 1v3 just subscribed.
Thank you for gifting to my mod, Al. Kit, I appreciate it. Alright. Alright, you're done. You're done. You're done, Kit. You're done. I like even more than odd. I like magic numbers. But yeah, I really like these rooms. I think these are really fun. This is the thing that makes me interested about this game. But I thought about it in a sense where it's like, I don't know how many Pokemon varieties you'd be able to see in that overworld, so I don't know how interesting it could be. But yeah, it's pretty simplistic. But if you want to go watch different footage, there's lots of different things out there. So like Arix, Game Informer, GameSpot, Game Explain, Good Vibes, and IGN. All of them got different footage to talk over, essentially. So, yeah. Pokemon. Reset error sold for 4.5 million. Holy shit. Now, if you don't know what reset error is, you probably haven't done a lot of gaming forum stuff, but reset error is essentially the resurrected version of NeoGAF. NeoGAF was like the gaming forum for a very long time, but shit went down. If you weren't there, I won't go through it, but some stuff went down, and then they basically split, and some of them resurrected their website through reset error, and now they got big enough that they got purchased out by a MOBA network, which is pretty fucking weird. I don't like what reset error became. I feel like the kind of toxicity and terrible stuff from NeoGAF ended up here. Yeah. Reset error, however, does have a lot of important news, and there is some good discussion over there. So if you haven't been to that forum, you can go check it out. Kudos to them. It's weird to see a forum getting money in this era. It's very strange. I like it when I show my feet. Oh shit, I forgot about my feet. Alright. Feet time? Feet time. Feet time for you, Selmas. Hang on, where am I? I always have to remember the button every single time. Every single time I do it. There we go.
Guys, it's Derek and welcome back to Did You Know Gaming Extra. Did you know? Until now my life has been pretty great. I've had anything I've ever wanted, more or less. But it seems my life has just been going downhill lately. My wife has left me. You learn to live with the negative things, but growing up more fortunate, it just seems out of place to me. Sometimes you have to roll with the punches, and that Super Mario Bros. 2 is a reskin of Doki Doki Panic. Vohayo 10.
Hey Tante. Welcome in. Am I sitting right? I feel like I've moved myself. Is that better? There we go. Alright. Welcome in, Tante. How'd you feel about the AC news? Looking extra thick today. I was feeling a bit dancey. I felt like I had to do the Tante. Control Z? Control Z. Control Z? Control Z. No, I can't control Z, that Tante. I was actually doing that in the app. I don't care. My sibling has overtaken my island. Froggy Chair is Pog, though. That makes sense. Alright, let's keep moving with the news. We've got a decent amount in this. Bandai Namco Studios established indie games label Gear Studios. I'm excited by this. I always like Japanese indies. Bandai Namco, very good studio. And we will see how this go. No, kid, that's not how this works. That's not how this works. But yeah, pretty cool. Metroid Dread. So I still haven't played the game. I'm looking forward to it, but there is a killer bug in this game. There's actually 2 killer bugs apparently, and I think both of them will be addressed. Both of them have soft lock capabilities, but essentially, yeah, there was a bug about some Emmy stuff. There's some bugs that like Nintendo are aware of. They're going to deal with it. So if you are playing the game and you are concerned, maybe go and have a look at what this bug is and just try and keep an eye out so you don't break your game. Steam bans blockchain and NTF games. Holy fuck. I cannot believe this took so long, honestly. So, blockchain and NTF games, NFT games, I can't believe that they were allowed, or Steam took so long to deal with this, or Valve took so long to deal with it. But a series of developers have come about now and saying that they were actually stopped based on the basis of that it had a blockchain in their game. And good fucking riddance. Like, you should not be using people's PCs for monetary value by storing any data within their computer. They use it in different ways. I'm shocked that this was the thing that ended up happening. But usually platforms pull them down. So eating popcorn. So was Red Rover. No problem, Tate. I don't understand this, like why it took so long, but good fucking riddance. This is a good thing Steam's done, and I feel like that really, I think there should be checkers. A part of the, I swore that checkers on Steam and stuff like that. So when you upload a game or you submit a game to be put as part of any platform, it goes through testing to check whether or not it does certain things. One of them is doing external or extra processes that are directly tied to people's GPUs or CPUs that aren't related to the gameplay, like the actual game itself. Because it could be doing various things. It could be stealing data, it could be like destroying someone's computer, it could be overheating parts. There's so many things. The fact that this was not something that was being picked up before now, a bit weird. So I hope that just becomes a standard, that they don't let that happen. Did you hear that Dread sold well in Japan? Yes. I mean, I look at the sale values all the time. I know how much a lot of the games generally sell very well. Metroid did very, very well. People are very excited for this one. I have my island back. I can, but you can't have people over. Oh no, Superwoman. Don't worry. We'll return to Animal Crossing in November when that DLC comes out. So you've got time. All right, delays for days. We got a couple of delays here. Solar Ash has been delayed till December 2. Solar Ash is a game that I've been looking for. It's made by the team that made Hyperlight Drifter, and it looks really fun. I think it looks flashy and fun. I'm really looking forward to it, but it is delayed to December, so just sit tight on that one. Oh, there is an extra delay, but apparently I moved it somewhere. There is another delay amongst all this stuff here. Where'd it go? Chat, I've lost it. Shit. Or did I not grab it? There is another delay, but I've lost it. We can do dream addresses. That's true. That's definitely true. I was actually thinking of doing some of those during Halloween, but we'll hold on to that idea. Trailers. Okay, so we got a few trailers here. Well, we already watched the Animal Crossing one. So we went through, watched all the DLC. If you weren't there, we watched the DLC and we watched the all the updates that are going to be happening for Animal Crossing. If you didn't catch it, there will be the VOD and it'll be over on YouTube later. But yeah, that was pretty fun. I'm very, very much looking forward to that. Coming out in November 5th. And yeah, about $50 Australian, or well, what was it? $37.50 Australian for the DLC. Bit expensive, but yeah. December doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, I mean, it's an indie thing. Usually they don't get pushed back too far. What's this? What's this, Ate? As much as I trust you, I better veto stuff. Hang on. How does this relate, Tate? How does this relate to? How does this relate to Squid Game? I don't understand. Am I missing something? I haven't watched Squid Game. Saints Row reboot, the Districts of Santo Elias trailer. So it's not Squid Game. I know that. I got that, but I don't know how long this trailer is, but yes. 2 minutes. We'll check this one out. So, I don't know about this remake for I don't know about this remake for Saints Row. It has weird vibes. It kind of has weird generic vibes in a way that I don't click with.
Hi. I'm Brian Trafficante, creative director here at Volition.
But
And the first of the,
I don't know.
in particular, the territory.
The game looks nice. Like I will say that it looks nice. The setting is not really something that like screams to me. I'm really not a desert person. It ironically looks like Cyberpunk. But it looks like the new Cyberpunk settings meets what's it called? I forgot. What's the name? Al, I've forgotten. What is the name of the game where you're a hacker boy? What's the hacker boy game? Watch Dogs. It looks like Watch Dogs 2 in some ways. It kind of looks like GTA, which it should look like GTA. Like, that's what Saints Row is a piss take on. It's meant to be a joke version of GTA. But I think this is what I was interested in, is more of the city setting. But yeah, it's them just showing off this island, I guess, and more environments and things like that. But it doesn't scream to me. Doc Walker, Dog's Life 2, when? I don't know. But I would assume that Red Goblin would be right on top of that. Was that a Turtis? Just clicked what I saw there. Has fellow cool kids vibes? It does. It has like that. I don't understand this sort of generation we've kind of got now going on, Tante, of like, here's the alt cool kids. Here we go, alt cool kids. You like this stuff, and it's like it feels like it's not necessarily what the type of people that play these games would be looking for. But Red Goblin played Dog's Life. I would imagine I could see that. What is in this thumbnail? Look, Dead Sonic is in this. What are these suggested videos? I don't understand here. But yeah, I don't know. I hope it's fun too. Best of Mo. We watched Best of Mo the other day. Actually, that day. No, we watched Best of Lenny. But yeah, I agree with Al. I kind of hope that game's fun. I really do like Saints Row. They kind of lost the mark after like they started doing all that extra DLC stuff. But they were always fun games though. Lenny is my favorite Simpsons boy. He ended up being part of our Yoko Watch team. All right, announcements. Magic Leap raises 500 million and unveils Magic Leap 2. So I imagine a lot of people don't know what the fuck I'm talking about here, but if you don't know what Magic Leap is, this is something that I was very excited for. I'm a big fan of AR more than VR. I'm not really much a VR person, but AR I think is fascinating to me, and I think it's super cool, and I would love to see it be more used in a clever, fun way. But the Magic Leap 1 was the one that I was always looking at and being like, I hope this takes off. Actually a little surprised by this, but yeah, Magic Leap 2 got announced, which means that they did well enough that they're actually making a second version, which I think this is something to keep an eye on. I still think that as much as VR headsets exist, AR is always going to be a lot more lightweight, and it is going to be something that will have a lot of interesting capabilities. So when we get to the point where we combine AR and VR, we'll be on another planet of gaming. It's just going to be insane. But yeah, pretty cool shit. Monarch worldwide release date is set for February 2022. Now, I am really looking forward to Monarch. This game looks really cool, very my aesthetic, but it is kinda... I'm kinda curious how the gameplay will, how enjoyable it will be. Oh, this is English. Oh, it's English dubbed. I hadn't expected that to happen, but... What's VI? VR? What, virtual reality?
Was relieved of her
oh, look at the art in this game. It's so good. Edgy Persona. I'm ready for more edgy Persona. Oh, this is actually a song. I recognize the band. I might not listen to the song in this trailer. But yeah, is that looks like the doll. The Apple glasses thing? Apple glasses. Magic Leap? Oh, you're talking about the Apple glasses. I forgot what that one was called. that looked not great. I don't think I really like that. Generic flat source engine looking Japanese cave environments. Kind of. It's an indie game, CJ, so I'm not expecting crazy things from other stuff. Like the school is meant to be bland. It's a lot of the cool stuff will be in the Alta realm. But yeah, the characters look like they've got a different style of shader than they originally did when they were shown off. Magic Leap, that's not Apple. They are, I don't know if they're getting supported by Apple, but what's the VI that you said? VI. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Kit. It's a 3DS AR, but on your head, your face instead of your hands. Yeah. Oh, AR. Yeah, AR is augmented reality. So things like Pokemon Go and things like that. But yeah, I'm very interested in this game, and I hope it's fun because I really want NIS to do well. Some reason I thought today was the day you weren't streaming. No, it's tomorrow, unfortunately, Waddy. Tomorrow. But yeah, I'll take tomorrow off. All right, CJ will be excited for this one. Ironically, CJ, I've actually been playing Battlefield 5 for the first time ever, and it's weird. Battlefield 2042 Hazard Zone mode reveal. I am not too interested in this. So I watched the gameplay of it. I don't know if they've actually got the trailer of it here, but here we go, official trailer. So I haven't actually watched this trailer. I watched a breakdown of the gameplay, but apparently it's not. It's a data retrieval game mode, and I don't know how much I'm interested into this sort of game mode. As much as I love Battlefield, I don't really like small skirmishes as much. I know that so supposedly this is meant to be like the Blackout sections from the Division, but I've never played them. They don't seem that interesting to me, but I can see this game mode working very well. It's not Battle Royale, but it's pretty much like 12 teams enter, 2 teams leave, or 1 team leaves, and you're trying to get as much money and information out of the zone as possible. But the game looks fucking amazing. No Battle Royale. Ironically, there's Battle Royale in number 5. I didn't know that. Oh my god, it's hard to say. Thank you. But yeah, so basically the point of this is go into a zone with a small squad of individual like classes, get the intel, get out, do that as many times as you, like get as much intel as you can, get as greedy as you can, and then yeah, that's basically the game mode. It's the first time hearing about AR. That's okay, kid. I didn't know that you didn't know about AR. I try not to break down too much individual stuff. If you're ever interested about stuff, my suggestion is take the information I state and then go look it up, or ask me later, because it's hard to answer some of the stuff during the news segment sometimes, because there's just a lot to cover. What are we looking for? Hang on. What am I looking for? Chat. What am I looking for? Chat. God, I just realized, Tante, you've got this is gonna clash with my little outfit. My little outfit. My balls. My brain. My ball. Chat. What you doing? Oh man, I've made this too small. I might have to stretch this. Kind of a funny shape for me. That'll do. That'll do. I'm. Oh no, it's not right. Not right, chat. Kind of not quite right. I'm gonna have to wear it low. We've got a low cut top here. All right, there we go. Can't help if you're looking for your brain or balls. There's no help. Oh no. Thank you, Tante. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, no, that's fine, Kit. That's fine. I had a lot of fun with the beta, but I'm still not sure on it lots. I really enjoyed the beta. I think I'll definitely pick it up. I think I enjoyed it the most out of a Battlefield game in a while. But that said, I could be honeymoon phase as well. Zone would be cool if my old squad, but yeah, I don't see myself getting a team for it. Yeah, I think it's a hard part. I feel like this is it for people who have like a little squad. The ice map looks good though. Yeah, the areas look fantastic. It looks really, really nice. What are my thoughts on 5? I think 5 feels really good. I feel like there's a lot of modern Battlefield designs that still inhibit it, that I think they need to roll back and just go back to old Battlefield stuff. But like example, like how vehicles and stuff are handled. I feel like I like having the map with that many people on it, but at the same time, I still think 64 is probably still a better amount. Looking back to how servers are currently with the older ones that have like people aren't playing them as much anymore, you can see a lot of fucked balance stuff. People play in particular ways, but yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I'm curious to see how it goes, but at the start of it, I enjoy that starting period of when a release for Battlefield comes out. I love 1942 and Vietnam. Yeah, I love both those games. I started with those games, but they're very different. They're very, very, very old school compared to what modern Battlefield is now. Like Battlefield 3 is probably the sweet point, I think. Battlefield Battle Company 2 and Battlefield 3, probably the sweet point in terms of designs, I think, for Battlefield. Rat sprinting, I'm surprised, is being brought back in 2042. Yeah, it's weird. I really think the movement's very fun in Battlefield 2042. All right, I think we're here, chat. We're going to talk about the big controversial one. Well, not that big a controversial. I think some people are upset about it, but I'm interested to see what happens with Portal. I think most people are going to play the Portal on servers and create old Battlefields. I hope they do. Honestly, CJ, that'd be fucking amazing. That'd be so good. Vietnam, when they slowly remove bots. Well, I like that they got server-side bots for 2042. That's a big fucking deal. Actually can fill up a lobby with bots, which is fantastic. All right, so we talked about it a bit during the Animal Crossing segment, but we'll talk about it more here. So we actually got an announcement during the Animal Crossing reveal for the Nintendo Switch Online expansion and how much it costs and what is included and what is a little bit about it. Oh, whoa, hey, whoa, hey, Wolf King, how you doing, man? Welcome on in. What are you doing? Oh no, he's teabagging.
Then I think we have to do that.
Wolf, Wolf, what are you doing? Why are you teabagging? What are you doing? Welcome in, Raiders. Amiru-chan, thank you for joining in the raid. And hey, Wolf King, how was stream? What were you doing, man? Hang on, wait, the shout out went out, but my bot didn't work. Hang on, is my bot not working today? Hang on, chat. Oh shit. Oh, chat. Oh no. Chat. My bot hasn't been working all day. I didn't realize it. I was getting teabagged on. Oh, Wolf. No. Why would someone do that to you? Man, it's super weird playing Battlefield again and people actually teabagging. And I forget that shooter communities are just like that sometimes. Work before Archidove? Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'll have to fix it in a moment. What were you doing, Wolf King? Usually I get from the shout out, I know what people are playing. We had a movie night in Discord. Oh, cool. Oh, that's sick. What were you watching? We've only done one movie night. We watched Mastermind and it was pretty fun. We might have to do another one. Your butt hasn't been working all day? No comment. We've so far for today we've just done the Animal Crossing DLC reveal, and then we're just jumping into the news, and then we'll probably do some Halloweeny or Monster Hunter later. Hereditary? I have no idea what that is, Wolf King, but it sounds like a horror movie. I'm gonna guess a horror movie. Did you guys enjoy it? Or was it one of those joke movies you watch and then you're like, man, so bad it's good. Invite me to Battlefield night, baka. Might have to, CJ. Though I do run like with full teams. Yes, and also yes. Good. Excellent. I'm glad you guys had a good time. But yes, from my side, if you haven't followed Wolf King, legit, if you want an amazing Monster Hunter streamer, cool dude, fantastic aesthetic choices, please do go follow Wolf King. And yeah, I assume Wolf was pretty excited. I feel like we haven't talked in ages, man. But yeah, I assume you're pretty excited about the Monster Hunter Rise expansion stuff. Also, I'm assuming you already know about the crossplay scenario. At least we don't have that weird scenario with Monster Hunter World now where we're like, you're on Xbox, we're on PlayStation 4, and we can just never interact. I remember when Squid teabagging was huge on the Wii U and then started banning on Splatoon. Wait, they started banning? Really? How do you even teabag in Splatoon? Like, I don't think there's a crouch in that game, is there? Oh god, I was scared and horrified. Did you have your cam on, Wolf? I didn't put my cam on for it. We were just chilling in chat. Squidding? Did they leave like a little pool every time they squid? Yeah, they said they couldn't do it for now. Yeah, man, it sucks, man. We were so excited. Kind of understand it, but it's just a little disappointing. At least it means we can play together on Switch still, though. That's a movie that's creepier by the second time you watch it. Oh, really? Al would know. Al's our resident horror person. So if anyone in my chat ever wants to enjoy some horror or talk horror, Al is definitely the go-to. Not me. I'm a soft candy boy. I don't deal with horror. I just I walk around it. But yeah. Anyway, we were talking about the Nintendo Switch expansion costs. So, if you guys don't know, there is going to be a Nintendo expansion for the Switch Online. Initially, they were going to do it with the N64 games and the Genesis games, and now the Nintendo, the Animal Crossing DLC will actually be amongst that for free as well if you pay for the expansion. However, we don't know if that's the limit of it. We don't know if we're going to add a lot, but yeah, definitely this is the start point of it. And we now know the price point, which is $50 a year, which isn't insane. Like that's like not the worst in the industry. It is a bit of a funny thing. It's kind of closer. It's more akin to PlayStation Next, or is it PlayStation Now? PlayStation Now, and the Xbox Game Pass is probably what it's going to be closer to. But Nintendo, I don't know how far they're going to push this. Use the squid button and then use squid over a human over and over? Really? That's so weird. I feel like it'd be weird to be offended over that one. The modding community called them out and told them that that they can worry in adding cosmetics, and they have cross save one day. Well, yeah, so I get that. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about, Wolf King. I think I saw him talking about that in chats and on Twitter and stuff. I understand it. I know how crossplay works. There is also extra crossplay stuff. It is a complicated beast. I definitely think that it is a complicated beast, and I think that people talking about crossplay might still need to take in consideration a lot of different things that they probably aren't. But I won't go too much into it. I love horror too. Hey Bumfluff, how you doing, man? If all I could ask is people freeloading off my family plan to chip in $10 for free. That's funny, because I actually do a family plan for the Switch Online with my friends, and we only pay like $7 for a year. $7 for a year is nothing for the base Nintendo Switch Online. Doubling that to 14 for a year for us, fucking nothing. I think that's so dirt cheap for what you can get out of it. I don't mind this. I will be totally okay with upgrading for me. But that's for me. But Game Pass is worth it. Yeah, Game Pass is 100% worth it. There's a big okay, so we're going to clarify. So Game Pass, Nintendo Now, not Nintendo Now, PlayStation Now, and the Nintendo Switch expansion. Just want to let you know, PlayStation Now and the Game Pass were not worth it when they first came out. They were very expensive when they first came out, and people didn't think they were worth it. I personally think that it's an interesting choice that Nintendo does this. They're doing, it's going to be something. Oh, cross save. Oh, that's what you're talking about, Wolf King. Yeah. Oh shit. No, I don't understand that one. That one's a weird one to me. But I don't know. Capcom a little weird about programming, I'll be honest. But yeah, with this expansion, I think that we will see a lot of stuff added to it over time, but it is a very expensive first thing to add. My guess is they're probably going to have this as their jump off point for a lot of extra content that they kind of want to be paid, but not necessarily everyone will pay for. So they'll tie a lot of that stuff to it, but as well as some exclusives as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if some indie games end up on there. I wouldn't be surprised if there is essentially the PlayStation Now, the Game Pass situation starts happening, because Nintendo is slow. I can't stress that enough, that Nintendo is very slow with a lot of online service stuff, and they're generally not very good at it. If you look at how their networking and everything like that is, not very fantastic. But with this, it's a starting point at least, and we will see. I can see Tante is also not happy about this as well. What a scam. But yeah, 150% isn't worth compared to what other competitors have. Well, we'll never get voice chat with them. They never ever. Nintendo's not doing a lot of that stuff. They still have issues with lags. I think that their networking situation needs to be improved, and that might be a part of this as well, because they do need to pay for servers, and servers are fucking expensive. Nintendo versus PlayStation and Sony, PlayStation and Microsoft. Those two platforms, the other two platforms, have very good servers. Sony's actually a lot has a hard time with it still. Microsoft is Microsoft. Of course they're going to have good servers. So paying that extra might encourage Nintendo to start looking into better online services. Unsure if they would do that, or it's just necessarily just going to take the money and try and put it into other areas. But yeah, it's hard to say. This is still early time. I've got the family plan and I just let my friends use it for free. Good guy, Bumfluff. You should totally ask them to put a little bit in. You should totally ask them to put a bit in. It's very cheap. It's like the Switch Online is dirt cheap in my opinion compared to some of the others, but this PlayStation's very expensive in my opinion. But feels mediocre for $80 and 80 years for what less for $80 a year for less than what PS and Xbox. Yeah, I think that's the thing. If you find, the thing is, they're not forcing you to do this. I know a lot of people see this and are very upset about it. There is no requirement to get this. This is an additional thing. So, but yeah. Who looks at the Switch and thinks, yeah, it needs voice chat? Yeah, I certainly don't. Using a modded Switch, getting the save file and then off the Switch and putting it on a Steam, somewhere along those lines. Hence you need a modded... Oh, shit. I didn't know that they were intending to do that, Wolf King. So do you think they're going to be able to figure that out? That'll be curious. I really want to see them to be able to do that. Like, if they actually figure that out, that's pretty fucking cool, Wolf King. I think a lot of Monster Hunter streamers in particular would be very interested in that. Especially when I'm playing my games with my cousins and friends in third-party games. I think though you're never going to get them out of them, Kit. I think that you're dreaming if you think that Nintendo will ever do that. They will never let that happen. Ask them how I'll ask them now. There's an upgrade. Probably a good idea, Bumfluff. If you're wanting to switch over, you probably might need that little bit. I don't think PlayStation and Xbox starting as an expensive or lacking amount of content is a good excuse for Nintendo to repeat the same mistakes. $50 is a massive scam for the honor of playing at ultimate online frame rates and don't even challenge the amount of fingers. Man, I think I kind of get it. I get it, Tante, and I get it, Kit. I understand you guys being upset, but it's at the end of the day, these are companies. Companies are not your friend. There is a reason why Nintendo is able to charge a premium, because people pay for it. There is a reason why people purchase Pokemon games, because people are just going to do it. Even though the quality of it may not necessarily be as much as other competitors, it is the well-known and they can do it. That's not an excuse, that is a reality of it. But what I will say with this is, I don't think that this is the worst thing I've seen in the industry, by far. Nintendo has repeated a mistake, I agree, but it is just I would say is, this is the industry, and it's one of those things that I have seen some really, really shitty things in terms of PlayStation and Xbox in particular, even Nintendo in the past, charging for things. I think the fact that you are still got a scenario where people were repurchasing emulated games on different platforms. They resold all that stuff on the Wii U. That was ridiculous. But that's what they are. They are companies. They are not your friend. Please understand that they are going to make money and they will push boundaries. And that is essentially what's going to happen. Yeah, they apparently have cross saves from Monhan already. Wait, do they? Oh, as in the modder team. So they probably understand how those files are actually broken down then, Wolf King. They probably understand how to turn a lot of the save file data into functional. It'd just be they'd have to get past a lot of the Nintendo sort of proprietary stuff, which isn't too hard from my understanding. Most people don't like Animal Crossing. Don't like Animal Crossing, only care about the Nintendo, Sega and N64. What if it AC, DLC, and still have to pay for the expansion pass? The thing is, you could buy the AC pass separate. That's the thing. Look up the dislike bar. All right. We'll look up the dislike bar. I'm not going to be surprised by this. Actually, I will be surprised because I wonder if it's going to be less than what. So, by the way, they broke it up into regions, so I wonder if that's deliberate as well. We'll go to YouTube. Because searching like this sometimes is a pain in the bum. What? No, I just want YouTube. Just let me into YouTube. No, don't go there. Nintendo America president used to, they are a business. I think you guys need to remember this. They are not your friend. Oh, okay. That's not as bad. That's actually nowhere near as bad as I thought that would be. And in spite of this, I'm gonna do that. Funny thing is, they that ratio is nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be. That's pretty balanced. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. They almost reached 50-50 on a price reveal, which is pretty fucking insane. Reggie Fils isn't going to my birthday party, and maybe I just need to accept that. Dante, he might make an exception for you. Hi, Princess. Kit's been busy. I know, Kit's been very busy. Kizzy, I can't stop Kit. Kit out of control. Miyamoto looks at your tear-filled eyes, smirks. Sucker, you Mia money pig. Mia money, you pig. It's still cheaper than getting an N64 to look good on stream, but that's also not as satisfying. Well, that's the thing. It's the easy way for a lot of people. I would like to describe the fact that the reason why you're getting the N64 emulator the way it is because they know people will pay for the ease of access. You're not just paying for the actual thing. You're paying for the service, and you're paying for the translation of it. You're paying for the fact that it's a ease of use. That's what a lot of the premium price for Nintendo does actually pay for in that sense. And I understand them doing that. I think it's still a lot. I think that emulators should not necessarily do that, but having emulators online, that actually is a good thing. Oh my gosh. Kit! Kit, alright. Kit, you're not allowed to talk about the price of the Nintendo Switch expansion until you stop gifting subs. Thank you for gifting. No, that's the opposite.
Tante Rotana just subscribed.
But putting it into relative perspective, that is like a percentage of that full expansion pass. The guy is literally called Bowser. How do you not expect him to be evil? I don't think he seems to be alright. It jumps so high fast in 2 hours. Don't know if I should buy it, but it's a very air price. That's the thing. I'm okay. I think, okay. Legitimately, I think that if you don't feel comfortable buying it, do not buy it. I think if you're buying it single, this is a very expensive product for, I think this is an expensive product as an individual. If you're doing the family pass, I think this is very good. I think that you're doing the family pass extremely cheap. I think that very, very easy to pick that up if you're doing it with a group. If you're doing it individual though, and you're just doing it for stuff, I think that is expensive for a year, and you should only do it on a month-by-month basis if you were to do it. How much is the family pass? I don't remember. Is it in this here? New subscription cost will be $50 a year for individuals and $80 for the family pass, which very, very cheap. I think that's 8 people per pass. Yeah, that what Bumfluff said essentially. It pretty much doubled the previous price that you would be paying. My dad used an emulator, now he's in jail. Shit. When are they coming for me? Streams aren't a massive scam though. Good investment, unlike Nintendo. I don't know about that, Tate. I don't know about that. Yeah, I think that's. Honestly, I personally, I have no issue with it. I understand people being upset with it, but yeah. Family pass though is like $80 for what if it's a normal family with like parents and kids? Then that's the parents accepting that they're paying that much. And again, this is a premium service. This isn't a this isn't a scenario where this is for everyone. This isn't 100%. This isn't for everyone. This is only if you really think you need that service. And like that's what Nintendo puts it out. You put it out there, and then people will decide. You put it at a price margin, then the people will decide. If you aren't like. If you put it at a certain price margin and people consider it, they've figured it out. They know that business sense. They've figured out the price range where people are like, and that's what they've done. The fact that people are saying that it's too expensive, but not saying that it's like too expensive and straight up saying, I'm not paying for that, we'll see. It'll be one of those things once this comes out and people stop paying for it, we might find that people won't essentially put in money and then they'll have to reduce the price of it. But if people purchase it and it works, they've figured out the price range. There was a reason why they did not announce this price initially during the rest of the Direct, because they were still probably and ahhing themselves about it, but they also probably weren't comfortable. There was probably something that they knew that it was going to upset people. And lo and behold, that's pretty much it. So if you got more than one kid that needs it, it's a really good value. Yeah, I kind of agree, Bump. I think it's... Ironically, I think the family pack is funny about it, because I just wouldn't use it as a family. I just use it with a group of friends. I think it's like a friends pack more than anything, but... I'm mad because I'm angry, and you're entitled to. That's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. I might not understand necessarily where you're coming from about being upset about it, but as a consumer, you are more than entitled to be upset. But my request is, if you are upset about it, be responsible about your purchases as a consumer to show companies that yes or no, they're doing the right thing or wrong thing. That's pretty much your responsibility from here on then. But yeah, it's not double, it's 150 more. Isn't it double? What's the standard? Hang on, what's the Nintendo Switch Online price? Fairly sure it's 25. This will probably take me to the Australian one. Where are we? Yearly one is $29.95, and the family one is $54. What did we say it was? It was $34. It's like so it's $30. Fuck, that's so cheap. I can't get over how cheap that is. That's so dirt cheap to me. Anyone with a PC shouldn't have to think about purchasing this. That's true. That's 100% true. I agree, Tante. $22.50. What's it? Hang on. What is it Australian? It's 107. Yeah, that's $80 USD. And what is the other one Australian? So was it $30 for this? Or it's double? Oh, it's double that. So that would be, fuck, that is expensive if that's what it is. Individual, that's expensive. That is very expensive. $40-ish. Yeah, I don't know. Again, don't think it's the worst out there, but that's my standpoint on it. I feel like we're probably not going. We're now in the circular point of discussion where people are going to think one thing from their personal circumstances versus others, and that's what consumers are. You might think that, other people may not. Just need to remember that. You may need to also realize that they are a business, and they are going to try and squeeze it out of you. I don't think $20 extra is worth it for the little convenience on a product. So, Tante, I want to point out that, again, we still don't know if that's the extent of this product. That's what it is right now, and we'll see. But, they're not making you do this. It is a consumer product. You could decide not to get it. Australia tax? Yeah, it's pretty fucking expensive when it comes to tax for us. But yeah, that's it. We got into that a little bit more than I was intending. But I am looking forward to this expansion pass. I will definitely be getting it. If you're not getting it, that's fair enough. But there you go. All right. Let's move on to anime because we've got a few more articles to go. I don't think what it might become should be considered for when you purchase right now. Well, that's the thing. Don't purchase it. It's the simple answer, Tante. Just don't fucking purchase it. The currency conversion never works out for us. We always get lobbed with an extra $10 minimum. Yeah. Fun being Australian sometimes. But it's all good. It means we get to live in Australia, which is even funner. Scamming yourself? Me? I'm not scamming myself. I know what I'm getting it for, Tante. But, and I know I can get it relatively cheap as well. Alright, let's do some anime. So, see how Oda drew the newest One Piece Nami and Usopp color spread. If you guys didn't see this, hopefully... Why is this a video? Okay. Oh, this is gonna have crazy Twitter compression. I want to actually... Can someone... shit, I was hoping this had the actual art. If you guys can't see this image very well, it's fucking gorgeous. Oda did a Smash Bros reference. Or a fighting game reference. So he took all the One Piece characters. He does a spread at the start of every single chapter he does. And they're always very fun and creative. But yeah. I didn't realize this is a colored version. I don't think I saw the colored version. But we have like Luffy as Ken. Frankie as Donkey Kong. Nami and Usopp playing video games. We have Chopper as, I think it's meant to be Pikachu, but also meant to be Yoshi. Zoro is Link. I don't know. Jinbei is Mario. Robin, I think, is Morrigan. I don't know. I think Splatoon is meant to be for Sanji. I have no idea what the fuck Brook is, though. I really have no idea what this is, but yeah. Dr. Mario is $90. Hell yeah, $90. Where's my girl Robin? Robin's over here. She's being thingy. Brook is Goku? Brook is Goku! Brook is Waluigi? No, he's in a suit. Who's in a suit? He's got a suit with purple hair. I have no idea who he's meant to be. I think oh, he's meant to be Dracula. I think he's meant to be Dracula. Because I think he's got a red cape on in the back. Maybe that's what he's supposed to be. He's meant to be Castlevania. Blinkel, tweet twice if you need help. I know, Armin. I know. Nintendo ain't got you at gunpoint, that's for sure. I've never watched One Piece, but it looks good. I fucking love One Piece. I can't stress how good it is. Maybe I should read it instead. Where's Robin? Robin's here. Are you guys blind? Right there. There she is. Which is ironic. If you've read the current chapters, this is actually more accurate than you would realize to the actual manga right now. But Jinbei looks more like a Wario. He's more like a Wario anyway. Kinda. Not really, actually, no. Maybe I should read it. It's a lot. It's a lot to get into One Piece. I would highly encourage people to check out One Piece. I still think it is the killer anime and manga. I think that is so good. I love it to death. But fair enough, there is a shitload of content for it. If you have infinite time, then check it out. If not, then yeah. Zoro is Zelda. He is a Zelda. Kit's still talking about it. I know. Kit, you okay? Kit, your soapbox, it's starting to break. I'm still at Impaled Down. Impaled Down is my favorite arc, by the way, Tante. I love Impaled Down to death. It's so good. fucking love Impel Down. It's my favorite arc. Watched it like 10 years ago. Had 517 episodes. Yeah. All right. Moving on. A lot of time, just need to stop sleeping. That's pretty much it. You just need to not sleep, chain watch. Cowboy Bebop will be streaming on Netflix next week. Not a really big deal. Just want to tell you guys, if you haven't watched Cowboy Bebop, go watch it. But it might actually be more relevant than we thought to talk about because Cowboy Bebop anime cast returns for the live action Netflix Japanese dub. Fuck yeah. I actually am kind of turning on this and I kind of am excited for this now. Help, I might want to watch this because it might actually be okay, and if it has the Japanese dub, I might watch it like that because holy shit, I love these voice actors a lot. If you guys don't know, I love Cowboy Bebop a lot and I really am now super interested in this by this alone. This plus Yoko Kanno being involved, I might really need to watch this. Help. I'm scared. I have Silver, welcome in. I'm very excited by this now. I don't know, this will probably be a shit show of a watch, but it might not be the worst thing in the world maybe. That trailer was actually a pretty good cut for a trailer. Or at least the opening, rather. Impel Down's really fun. Favorite bean is that in Water 7. Water 7's very good. Water 7, well, post Water 7, doing Ines Lobby. Ines Lobby was very, very good. Bro, so you watch Bebop in Japanese? Why wouldn't you? I like him in English and Japanese, to be honest, but I don't think they're gonna dub over the English. I think that'd be weird, but you know, whatever. You can borrow mines or set sail. Yeah, you guys, if you haven't watched Cowboy Bebop, I know this is beating a dead horse, but you really, really should. It is like the anime. Samurai Champloo is still probably, I enjoy it more than Cowboy Bebop, but Cowboy Bebop might be one of the few masterpiece with amongst anime. So never even heard the Japanese for Bebop. Fucking what? Crazy. That's crazy, CJ. You're doing your disservice. They're very, very good voice cast for it. All right. Hang on. This card's in the wrong spot. Card's meant to be here. All right, we're doing big business now. All right, big business times, chat. Also, if anyone wants to make some cards for the news, let me know because I still have not made these and I haven't had time. Big business. Some of these are these are ones we've done a few times before. Google countersues Epic Games for breach of contract. Lawsuits still going between Epic and Google. We've seen all the Apple, Epic, Google stuff going onward. Google now getting involved and being a shit as well. This is never ending. Epic is, I still am on Epic's side. As much as people are against Epic in some ways, I want them to stand up against Google and Apple. Really, really do. And I hope that Apple still gets slapped with a few of the things, but at this stage, Epic might be starting to lose the fight, especially if Google is starting to get involved to mess them up as well. So it's rough out there. It's lawsuit money time. Big business fighting down, and we will. This doesn't look like it's not ending for a little while. So yeah. Epic's proportion to launch on Google Play was an act of deception designed to provoke litigation. It could be. I don't know. It's this thing of like all companies involved are big companies. Big companies going to do big company. Like I said, games companies and businesses are not your friend. They're out there to make money, and this stuff happens. Samurai Champloo was a letdown for me. It's good. Really? You don't like Champloo? Champloo is fucking amazing. I love Champloo so much. It is like my aesthetic. It is samurai hip hop. It's so good, and each story is fantastic. I never watched Bebop. You should watch Bebop. It's really good. Big money whammies. Big money whammies. I have no idea how much they'll be sued for either. Like, I don't know if they got the amount. It looks like they haven't decided on a price yet, if they haven't got it announced in his. But yeah. All right. Communication Workers of America Union also objects to the EEOC Activision business settlement. So if you guys didn't see, there was a settlement between EEOC and Activision about the all the employee rights. The amount of money was 18 million for the entire situation across all of the business over all the employees, and I described it as not enough. It's also been claimed as not enough by the Workers' Union of America. By the way, still think that the Workers' Union of America, as well as unionizing the games industry, is still very, very much should be on the tables related to a lot of this stuff. But essentially, gosh, it's insane to me that this is that amount of money for what had happened. And I do think that more should be done, but more so than them necessarily getting a more amount of money, I would rather that the unionization came about from this. As much as I feel for the employees, I do think that there needs to be more protections to the staff. But yeah, this is ongoing. These are going to be the two big ones, pretty much, like, that come up all the time. But yeah, did you hear that EA has to pay FIFA $1 million to renew the license? Yes. There is also a thing that I didn't pick up the article because I wasn't sure how many people were interested. We've talked about that particular topic the last 2 weeks, but this week's one was actually related to the fact that they want the FIFA brand to not necessarily be tied to one particular developer. They want it to be sort of, they want to branch out the brand, which is weird. But yeah, I didn't grab that article because not many of us are sports people and I don't care too much. But yeah, FIFA and all that getting a little muddy grubby, and we'll see what happens. See what happens. All right, last article. It's a Twitch article. We always end up with the Twitch one usually. Twitch says minimal impact from users from hacks. So if you guys did not see, there was events that happened of recent, which was essentially people having a lot of like the hate raids, blah, 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 blah. But then there was a hack that we talked about last week, which then I encouraged people to go change their passwords and go fix up their keys and make sure that all of that stuff is preserved and do a bit of cybersecurity stuff. But Twitch has actually made an announcement that the impact was actually pretty minimal, which makes sense, but it's also them covering their ass. However, there was a little bit of a scare that happened during the week, which was people essentially, people's amount of money that was being presented was actually showing up as 0, which was pretty scary in the sense that that was the payout for the month of September. So my money just came in, so I know that it's all okay. But it was essentially, they reached out to people and said that it is a visual bug. Don't worry, you are still going to get paid. It is very likely that that bug came about because of the fact that they were probably trying to add security related to this and that time period of the database being offline for that particular thing. So a little scary that they didn't warn people that they were doing something, and you might see some weird shit. But I don't think Twitch does that. I think Twitch does a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we just will never see. But going to assume that there has been added security. They've probably changed some portal entries. But yes, Twitch is in a funny space. But again, any of these really bad things that happen are a learning curve for Twitch itself. They will have to start implementing things to protect their users, to protect themselves from being sued, from protect themselves from losing money. They will need to do it as big business. And yeah, they're doing stuff. It may not be fast enough and it's responsive, which isn't great, but yeah. I know, Kia, I know, that one, that was a lot. I think you paid for my graphics card. I'll put it that way. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all the news for today. Holy shit, we got through it all. There was quite a lot of Nintendo news, in a sense, related today, and we got through all the Animal Crossing stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. We probably should take a break now, and we might decide, what are you guys feeling? Now we're at the point in the stream where we can either jump into Monster Hunter, or we can jump into some Halloween-y stuff. you want to be do you want to be a Halloweeny? Guys, do you want to be a Halloweeny or do you want to be a Monster Hunty? I kind of want to do some GU. Assassin's Creed Black 4. I'm down for stories. I missed all the updates. I vote for Spooky. Can I name the PC if I pay for the graphics card? Name the PC. No, that's one part of the PC. It's not the whole PC. Do you guys want? So you want a Spooky Red Rover? Maybe we do a vote. What I'll do, chat, is I'm gonna go BRB, and then we might vote for Spooky or Monster Hunter. I need a den buddy. I know. I've already done a lot of the stuff, Superwoman, so I probably won't be playing for a little bit. I might be waiting until Gold and Silver drop. Yeah. Just trying to see what the Sapphire is doing, because Bear's not available at the moment, unfortunately. Bear's been very busy with work, so I probably won't be playing with Bear. So GU probably won't be around for a little while, but might maybe do Spooky stuff. It might actually work out well, so we might figure out a Spooky.